Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, VeVe Meister here. And before I start with what I want to talk about today, I just had a look at Twitter on my desktop, and there is a picture of a dog that appeared there, and everyone knows this dog if he's into Doge. So Elon Musk did something. I did not have time to research it, but you can see here you have two green candles. It's just going up. So it's amazing what a tweet or something, I think it's an integration of Dogecoin with Twitter. So it doesn't, this dog, Shiba Inu, I'm not sure, does not show up in the app yet. I think it will. And yeah, something is happening with Dogecoin. Something nice. Something that we would wish for in the Omi family. Omi homies. Anyways, so depending on which title I chose for this video, I know already that a lot of people will not like what I'm talking about, but I will talk about it nevertheless. So I will jump probably back and forth because I did not prepare anything in written. I did not prepare any slides. I will just talk about it. It's about our VeVe digital collectibles, which in fact are not NFTs. Yes, you heard right. I came to the conclusion after doing some research, after being in touch with the likes of Javier Torres, after reading a lot of tweets, yeah, we don't have NFTs. Everybody thought we have definitely NFTs, but no, we don't. So I learned just recently, I will not go too much into details, but I will explain it in my way. Please do correct me in the comments if I say something completely wrong. But Ethereum as a blockchain and IMX, where our digital collectibles are stored. IMX is not a blockchain. Yeah, okay. It's a layer 2 technology of Ethereum. Ethereum, in fact, is the blockchain. So that means that in order for our VeVe digital collectibles to be NFTs, they would need to be bridged individually. So let's assume that one day this ominous interoperability comes. Then there would be different mechanisms where we would need to take our specific digital collectible, bridge it somehow over to mint it on the real blockchain, which is Ethereum, right? Because the IMX is a sort of index of sorts, it's a database of sorts. We can see that they're being minted, but they're not de facto on the Ethereum blockchain. So a real NFT, in order for it to be a real NFT, if I take my Todd now out, if I would be able to do that, depends on VeVe of course, then I would use some kind of mechanisms to bring it over to Ethereum, mint it there, pay the gas fees, and then I would have a token which is a real NFT. Okay, I think that's really, you know, the basics about it, because if you dig too deep into it, then your head starts spinning, and that's what I want to talk about now, right now, as well. VeVe not being a Web3 company, because if you look at it from every technical aspect, you will come to the conclusion definitely it's not a Web3 company. So terms like decentralization, yeah, it's not there because it's centralized. Our VeVe collectibles are with VeVe. They are in an enclosed ecosystem and therefore are not decentralized. They are not, well, they're not Web3. So now we can argue we are somewhere in between Web 2 and Web 3. I made a TikTok video a while back about the differences between Web 1, Web 2 and 3. So in order for them to be completely Web 3 compliant, certain things have to happen. And now this begs the question, will it happen eventually? Will it never happen? Or yeah, where are we heading? And Mitch in the last AMA, he pointed it out quite well. I think we are somewhere in between 2.5 and 2.6. So not quite Web 2, not quite Web 3. So why is this important for VeVe and the digital collectibles and for the investors? And I still don't like this term of being a VeVe investor, because Web 3, hardcore Web 3 users, they will most certainly not rest until VeVe is completely Web 3 compliant, which makes then the VeVe NFTs interoperable. However, from my point of view, just to give you guys an example, I had a very nice conversation with a colleague, female, but she was quite interested in the blockchain technology. And I tried to explain some things to her, because I think I can explain to a certain degree quite easily what it's all about. So I started at the very beginning about what is a blockchain, and the NFT technology is just one part of the blockchain. But I noticed already how difficult it was to accumulate knowledge in that regard, because it's not comprehensible. Comprehensible, is that the word? I think so. In a short time frame, so you need very long time to educate yourself in that regard. And then I just want to remind you what VeVe is about, and I think this is what's important here. VeVe is an easy to use app, and it's most certainly not done for the Web 3 hardcore crypto native people. So I feel that I'm quite educated in this regard. I know the difference between Web 2 and Web 3, but I realized also myself, because I had to bridge certain assets back and forth, it's not easy. So if I'm already struggling with it, then I can only imagine someone who is a digital immigrant, and on top of that a non-crypto native, how difficult this must be for that person. Okay? So from the start on, this app VeVe was designed to be easily used, and VeVe, in my opinion, is doing a lot of compromises in achieving that. And that's why they have those huge licenses, because it's easy to understand. You don't need knowledge about crypto, you don't need your wallets, crypto wallets, you don't need background knowledge. You just buy gems for fiat and you can already start, and you can see your NFT already there, and you have a utility because it's already in AR. So it's aimed actually at collectors, right? And definitely to be easy, you know, to comprehend. So what am I trying where am I going with this? The main clientele where VeVe wants to have is the mainstream. We heard that very often, right? And now you have a lot of opinions. Yeah, but how can you reach the mainstream? Maybe we should go first for the crypto native guys, you know, make it really Web3 compliant, and then we will have much more users, we will have much more liquidity. But VeVe, in my opinion, does not want that. They actually don't want crypto natives, Web3 enthusiasts like you, maybe, who are watching this right now, but they want more the people like me, who are collectors, at heart, this is also the thing about this new direction where we are going, the rebranding of the logos, the new hashtag, right? Because being a collector is it's what they're aiming for, and there are collectors out there who just need to be educated in this new digital space. So I always, if you look at my background here, you definitely know the Todd here with the number like we have at VeVe. This is now 4518 out of 5,000 pieces. So now you can still find this this one. It's really heavy. I always forget how heavy this one is. Because there is a series 2 and a series 1. I have here one which is unpacked. This Superman, for example. Try to find one. Try to find this piece in real life. You know? Just try to find one. And there are 5,200 pieces out there. It will be really difficult to find one. Why? Because it's in the hands of real collectors. So if they part with it, I think you know, it's a big decision, because you have a special feeling about this, because I bought it, I found it now, and I will keep it for the longest time, because I like to have it here, and I'm one out of this 5,200 pieces. So to compare this with the VeVe digital collectible, there are 8,888 out there, minus the ones which are reserved. But eventually, over time, 5, 10, 15 years, they will land in the hands of real collectors. The same thing with the comics. Over there, I have the Todd McFarlane, the same one, the comic. One of, I don't know how many. It's a really good condition. Some other comics that I just bought recently. This one, or a vintage one. You know, collector. And being a collector, at VeVe you can very well differentiate once you go on Twitter. You have, again, there's nothing wrong with Web3 and what some of the community is demanding. I can understand that, but VeVe is not there yet, which does not mean that VeVe will not come eventually there to give us the option to take our collectibles interoperable. In that regard, I think that there will be solutions where the layer 2 technology will be that advanced that we stay and remain in the layer 2 universe, so to speak, so that we don't go to the main chain, which means bridging, which means gas fees, which means a lot of other complicated things. But we will, I think, they will find a solution where we stay in this layer 2 world, which is much easier to handle. So I'm trying to say is that VeVe being a 2.5, you know, why, it begs the question, why do we actually use the blockchain technology? Do we need blockchain technology for our closed VeVe system? We could very well do it like Fortnite. You know, they have skins, they have, I don't know what, they have also some kind of collectibles that you can buy, and you don't need blockchain technology for that. But at the early days, GoChain as the blockchain was used. Now it's IMX layer 2, and to have the option to be interoperable in the future, because from a technical standpoint it's most definitely possible. So about the fandom, which is divided in a lot of ways, and I understand that, and I don't think it's a bad thing, but just to give you an idea, in our German Telegram group, I think 1,200 members or something, but a lot of them went dormant. There are now maybe like 300 active users. And I did a poll maybe a couple of months back. I just wanted to know, hey guys, please tell me who is using, so the German Telegram group, who is using this app only, so only to make gains. And I was quite shocked, I have to say. It was more than 50%. More than 50% in the German Telegram group discovered VeVe, and they're only there to make money. And this kind of it hurt me a little bit, you know, because again, I don't think it's something bad to try to flip, but the last Hulk that I bought while I was in Amsterdam, by the way, I knew that it will go below retail, because if you are following the space, you very well know if something will be sold out or not, and I knew it's not going to sell out, and that it will be in the market under retail. So I saved like 10 bucks, but I wanted one Hulk, and I can guarantee you, I just made a video with my kids, I will post it on Twitter, I can guarantee you that I will keep this Hulk, like forever. So it's, in my opinion, VeVe is targeting collectors like me, but not just me. On Twitter you can very well see who is a collector. They are doing their showrooms, they are flexing when they got a collectible on the drop, they're happy about it, and you can very well differentiate who is in for gains. Again, it's nothing, there's nothing wrong with taking wins and flipping something. Sometimes it works out. I'm no flipper at all, but for me, and VeVe allows it, it's definitely there. It's the bots, and it's a flippers app. Now it's a flippers app. But I think they will eventually, especially after the waitlist is there, after MCP starts, after OUP, it will all come together, and then the mainstream, or they will not come immediately like all of them, but little by little there will be more users like me or like other real collectors who enjoy having a digital collectible. And I dare to foresee that there will be a time again where, I mean, first appearance of Hulk, where there is 4,444 pieces, right? And there are much more collectors, you know, people who like to have Hulk first appearance, that this drop will be sold out, and then it will not go on the market below retail. I see that time coming. Will it be this year, next year, in 5 years? But it will eventually come. And this is what I think a healthy direction where VeVe should go, you know, with the real collectors. I bought a Rambo because I like Rambo, it's from my childhood. I did not buy a Robocop, I will buy it eventually. But yeah, most of my collectibles I'm keeping because I like them. Okay, there's nothing wrong with stacking. I stack my Ultraman because I'm in the hopes that eventually we will reach the Asian market. Everybody likes Ultraman there. And then of course I hope that the Ultraman that I bought now for 30 I will be able to sell for 60. Let's see if this is speculation, right? But at heart, collector at heart. I know it sounds cheesy, but it really is like that. I can imagine that there will be a lot more people coming to this app who are real collectors, right? Okay. And then one thing that I wanted to discuss about the first appearances, because it begs the question now if we are, well, first appearance on a blockchain. I often use the term for Todd, for example, first appearance of a Superman character on any blockchain. Now we have, Todd is a special case because he was first minted on the Go chain blockchain, but this is also a bit of a shady case because we cannot track them properly. And then they were moved over to IMX, right? But since the Hulk, let's take the Hulk, was minted on layer 2 but not on a real blockchain, is this now a first appearance only in VeVe? Because they're not really on the blockchain, if you can follow, if that makes sense, right? So if you're more interested in that regard, you will always find on Twitter those specialists. I call them specialists because their knowledge. Hello K is one of those guys. Javier Torres. There are a few others. You know, try to have a conversation with them as well, and they will very well explain to you why our VeVe NFTs are in fact no NFTs. And just to summarize, I'm not much disturbed by that fact, because the option is there for our VeVe collectibles to be real NFTs, once the option to us is given. But even if not, even if we stay in the layer 2 universe, which I would not mind at all, I'm not a fan at all of any gas fees or bridging for that matter. I think we are marching in this direction, in a good direction. We will see eventually. Yeah. So, to all the flippers out there, please, to all the people who are only for the gains there, please get out of the app. Find something else where you can make gains, because you're destroying a little bit, you know, the game, the experience for us real collectors. I can only vividly remember the AF15 drop. I was lucky enough to get one, but my buddy here, Chris VeVe Reise, he has also a Twitter tag in English, Chris Journey, Chris something. He was really pissed because he's a collector, he understands the game. He was really angry that a lot of bots got the drop, which is apparently still the case, and he was not willing, and I understand him completely, to pay an extra fee for those guys, just you know, for the guys who are just in for the money. And this is sad. I hope VeVe will fix this with the waitlist, with better bot protection, but right now it does not seem possible, probable. We will see. So I'm quite sure I forgot something here and there, but to finish off this video, now you have it from me. Get your opinion from other experts. Unfortunately, our VeVe NFTs are no real NFTs. I came to that conclusion. I learned this fact now, and we are definitely not Web3. Okay, so to the Web3 enthusiasts, also I don't think VeVe will change anything anytime soon there. My best guess is we will now get the beta access for the VeVeverse, and then we will see what kind of what kind of possibilities there are possible, you know, because there is the possibility to import actually real NFTs into the VeVeverse. We'll see. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, but for now, yeah, I stand corrected. I assumed for the longest time, of course, VeVe NFTs. They are a kind of NFTs, but they are not real NFTs. That's it from me. Please comment if I said something completely wrong, and yeah, talk to you next time. What is Doge doing? Doge is I'm even afraid to look. Yeah, they're almost at 10 cents. VeVe Meister out.